Have you ever felt like you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders? This sensation may be more than just stress. It could be because you are an empath. Empaths are people who naturally sense and absorb the feelings of others. While the sensitivity can be a beautiful gift, it can also bring many challenges, especially when dealing with people who are narcissistic. Sometimes, these interactions can lead to a complex type of trauma called complex post-traumatic stress disorder, or CPTSD. CPTSD can happen when someone experiences repeated emotional harm over time. When empaths engage with narcissists, people who often use others for their own gain without feeling guilt, the effects on mental and emotional health can be deep and lasting. In this script, we will explore 10 signs that may indicate an empath is suffering from CPTSD because of such interactions. We will talk about each sign in simple language, explain why it happens, and offer guidance on how to seek help and begin the healing process. 1. Constant feeling on edge, hypervigilance, and anxiety. One common sign of CPTSD in empaths is a state called hypervigilance. Imagine always being on high alert, as if danger is just around the corner. For empaths who have dealt with narcissists, this feeling can become a regular part of life. They may feel nervous, anxious, or overly cautious, even in safe situations. Why does this happen? Narcissists often twist situations and make the empath feel uncertain. The empath learns to always watch out for hidden traps or manipulations, creating a constant state of tension. Over time, this hypervigilance can wear a person out, causing them to feel like they are always waiting for something bad to happen. This chronic anxiety can make everyday tasks feel overwhelming. Simple interactions might seem like walking on eggshells, and the fear of triggering a negative response can be paralyzing. Learning relaxation techniques, grounding exercises, and seeking professional help can slowly ease the state of constant alertness. 2. Feeling disconnected, dissociation, and emotional numbness. Another sign of CPTSD is dissociation, where a person might feel detached from their emotions or surroundings. Imagine going through the motions of life without truly feeling anything, like watching a movie of your own life without fully participating. This is a common defense mechanism that empaths develop to cope with the pain from narcissistic abuse. When emotions become too heavy and painful to handle, the mind might step back. This disconnection or dissociation helps protect the individual from feeling overwhelming sadness, fear, or anger. However, over time, it can lead to emotional numbness, where even positive feelings become hard to experience. This sense of emptiness can make it difficult to connect with yourself, friends, or family. If you or someone you know is feeling this way, it is important to gently work on reconnecting with emotions. Therapies like mindfulness, art therapy, or gentle counseling can help ease back into feeling present and engaged with life. 3. Losing confidence, low self-esteem, and self-doubt. Empaths who deal with narcissists often face harsh criticism and belittlement. Narcissists have a way of making others feel unworthy or incapable. Over time, this constant negativity can chip away at an empath's self-confidence, leaving them full of self-doubt and low self-esteem. You may find yourself constantly questioning your worth. Simple mistakes might feel like huge failures, and you might start believing the negative messages that the narcissist once fed you. This can lead to a cycle of insecurity where you doubt your abilities and feel unworthy of love or respect. Building back self-esteem starts with recognizing that the negative voice in your head is not true. Working with a counselor, journaling positive experiences, and surrounding yourself with supportive people can help restore confidence. Remember, you are not what someone else made you believe. You are valuable just as you are. 4. Tired all the time, chronic fatigue, and physical symptoms. Emotional stress does not just affect your mind, it can take a toll on your body as well. Empaths dealing with narcissistic abuse may feel constantly tired or have unexplained aches and pains. They might suffer from headaches, stomach issues, or even more serious health problems like autoimmune disorders. This happens because the mind and body are closely connected. The stress from trying to manage the heavy emotions of others or from being manipulated by a narcissist can manifest physically. Your body might react by feeling exhausted, having trouble sleeping, or even experiencing tension in your muscles. Taking care of your physical health is an important part of recovery. Simple steps like getting enough sleep, eating nutritious food, and gentle exercise can help. Also, practices like meditation or yoga can ease both the mind and body. If the physical symptoms persist, it may be helpful to see a healthcare provider who understands the mind-body connection. 5. Saying yes when you mean no, difficulty setting boundaries. Empaths naturally care for others and often put their needs second. This tendency makes it hard for them to set personal limits, especially with narcissists who push boundaries for their own benefit. Setting boundaries means deciding what you will and will not accept in relationships and interactions. If you are an empath, you might find yourself saying yes to requests even when you feel uncomfortable or exhausted. Narcissists can be very persuasive, and they often ignore the personal limits of others. This can lead to feeling overworked, used, or taken for granted. Learning how to set healthy boundaries is a key part of healing. Start small by saying no to minor requests or explaining that you need some time for yourself. With practice, you can learn to protect your emotional space and feel more secure in relationships. Professional therapists can teach you practical ways to establish and maintain these boundaries without feeling guilty. 6. Fearing every disagreement. Avoidance of conflict. Conflict can be scary, especially for empaths who feel others' pain intensely. An argument or disagreement might feel overwhelming because the emotions around conflict are so strong. If you have faced repeated negative experiences during conflicts, especially with narcissists, you might start avoiding any kind of disagreement altogether. Avoiding conflict might seem like the safest route, but it can lead to problems. By not addressing issues when they arise, small problems can grow bigger, and you may feel stuck in unhealthy patterns. Learning to handle conflict in a healthy way is important. This might mean developing strategies like taking deep breaths, pausing before responding, or seeking a calm space to talk. Education on conflict resolution and assertive communication can empower you to face disagreements without fear, slowly reducing anxiety around conflict. 7. Haunting memories. Flashbacks and intrusive thoughts. Flashbacks and intrusive thoughts are common in people with CPTSD. An empath who has gone through a repeated narcissistic abuse may suddenly find themselves reliving past hurtful events. These memories can pop into your mind without warning, causing intense emotional pain. Intrusive thoughts are unwanted thoughts that keep returning, often related to the trauma. You might remember a conversation, an insult, or a betrayal vividly, even though it happened a long time ago. These moments can feel very real and can disrupt daily life. Managing flashbacks and intrusive thoughts usually requires professional support. Therapies like EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, or trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy can help you process these memories safely. In the meantime, grounding techniques like focusing on the present moment, identifying objects around you, or deep breathing can help calm your mind when these thoughts arise. 8. Feeling outside of yourself, depersonalization and derealization. Sometimes empaths may feel like they are not really inside their own bodies, or the world around them seems unreal. These feelings are known as depersonalization and derealization. Depersonalization is the sense of being detached from your own thoughts or body. Derealization is when your surroundings feel strange or dreamlike. These experiences can happen after prolonged exposure to stress and trauma, such as dealing with a narcissist over a long time. They are signs that the mind is trying to protect itself from overwhelming emotions. While these feelings can be unsettling, they are a common way that the mind copes with trauma. If you are experiencing depersonalization or derealization, it's important to know you are not losing your mind. Gentle grounding techniques can help bring you back to reality. This might include feeling your feet on the ground, touching a familiar object, or reminding yourself of who you are and where you are. With therapy, you can learn more about these experiences and how to manage them effectively. 9. Pulling away from others. Isolation and withdrawal. When you have been hurt repeatedly, you might decide to avoid relationships altogether. For an empath, withdrawing from social life may seem like a safe way to protect yourself from more pain. You might cancel plans, avoid speaking with friends, or even feel lonely in your solitude. While isolation can feel safe in the short term, over time, it can lead to feelings of loneliness and disconnection from the world. Without social support, it becomes even harder to recover from trauma. Reaching out again might feel scary, but rebuilding a support system is essential. Start by reconnecting with one trusted person or joining a support group where people share similar experiences. It might help to speak with a therapist who understands trauma, as they can guide you through the process of safely reconnecting with others. Remember, gradually stepping out of isolation can open up opportunities for healing and growth. 10. Finding it hard to trust. Difficulty trusting others. After enduring the betrayal and manipulation of narcissists, empaths may find it hard to trust anyone again. Trust is a basic part of healthy relationships, but it can feel fragile after being broken so many times. You might question others' intentions, doubt their sincerity, or feel suspicious without reason. This difficulty in trusting can make it hard to form close bonds, and it might lead you to keep people at a distance, even when you need support. Rebuilding trust takes time and patience. It starts with small steps, allowing yourself to rely on someone you feel safe with, sharing small pieces of your life, and noticing how they respond. A therapist can offer guidance on how to gradually open up without feeling overly vulnerable. Surrounding yourself with empathetic and understanding people can make the process smoother, as they provide a safe environment to rebuild your sense of trust. Conclusion and path to healing. Recognizing these 10 signs is the first step toward understanding your own experiences and beginning the healing journey. If you identify with these symptoms, remember that you are not alone. The effects of interacting with narcissists can be deep, but recovery is possible. The journey to healing involves seeking professional support, such as talking to a therapist who specializes in trauma and CPTSD. It also means learning to care for yourself, setting boundaries, reconnecting with your emotions, and rebuilding trust in relationships. As an empath, your gift of understanding others is invaluable, but it should not come at the cost of your own well-being. Through education, self-compassion, therapy, and community support, you can learn to navigate relationships in healthier ways. There is hope, and with patience and support, you can heal, regain your strength, and regain control over your life.